ब्रह्मा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। We can chant together. Sukham nityasvaprakasham vyapakam nama rupayoh adhishthanam buddhyabodhyam buddhirdravyattu nirmalam aparam sarvavedanta vedyam pratyakparam maha तदेवाहं नमतोऽन्यत् इति मे निश्चितामति। Somebody will do.
Yesterday we started with the text Samskrita Vichara Sagara. This text is originally or first of all written in Hindi, and its name is Vichara Sagara by Nischala Dasji, Sadhu Nischala Dasji. And Sri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati ji has translated it not word to word, but has maintained the bhava, and some of the portions are reduced also in some aspects, and made this text Samskrita Vichara Sagara. And the translation is also done along with the Tika, Tippani, which was done in the original Hindi text. And Samskrita Vichara Sagara means Samskrita Bhashaya Vicharasya Sagara. Means in the language Sanskrit, the ocean of Vichara. And this particular text is called ocean based on two similarities with ocean. The first similarity is just as the ocean is vast, similarly, this text consists of so many topics. Means the number of topics are very huge. And just as the ocean has a depth, a huge depth, similarly in this text, the Vichara done is having good amount of depth. Therefore, this text is called Sagara. And if we see the construction of this particular text, then there are 7 chapters in this text. The first 2 chapters are dealing with Anubandha Chatushtay. The third chapter is dealing with Guru Upasadanam. The 4th, 5th and the 6th chapter is the main teaching. The 4th one is for the Uttama Adhikari, the 5th one for the Madhyama Adhikari, and the 6th one for the Kanishtha Adhikari. And the 7th chapter is talking about Jnana Phala. And some of the other views, philosophies are also taken up in that chapter. And each chapter here is named Taranga, means waves. Just as waves is the part of the ocean, the chapters are part of this text, so they are appropriately called Taranga. And the topics within each chapter are called Avarta. And there are total 538 Avartaha in this entire text. And we start with text. Om, the name of Paramatma or Mangala Suchaka. Sri Chidghana Ganeshaya Namo Mahyam. Let there be salutations to the glorious Ganesha, who is pure consciousness. And who is that? Me, I. Sri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati Virachitaha Sanskrit Vichara Sagaraha Tadiyaya Tippanya Samalankritaha. The text Sanskrit Vichara Sagaraha, which is composed by Sri Vasudeva Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati, and it is adorned with the tippanis that also are by that author himself. Tatra means Sanskrit Vichara Sagare Anubandhanam Samanyatah Nirupanam Nama Prathamah Tarangaha. The presentation in general of Anubandha, of the introductory points in this text is called Prathamah Tarangaha, means the first chapter.
Other also, the first chapter called the Anubandhanam Samanyatu.
And there, now the Granthkara gives what is the topic from Avartaha 1 to 11. Vastu Nirdesha Rupa Mangalacharanam. Means Mangalacharanam. Mangalam cha tat acharanam. Means auspicious activity. So by this derivation, we understand any auspicious activity, whether it is mental, physical, or oral, can be called Mangala Charanam. But conventionally, when Mangala Charanam is said, then it is meant that some oral prayer is done or some prayer is written. And this Mangala Charanam is of three types. The first one is Prarthana Lakshana, Namaskara Lakshana. Namaskara Lakshana Mangala Charanam. Here, in this first type, the Mangala Charanam is in the form of Namaskara to Ishvara or to Guru or to both of them. Then, Ashirvada Lakshana Mangala Charanam. Mangala Charanam in the form of prayer. And the third is Vastu Nirdesha Rupa Mangala Charanam. The Mangala Charanam in the form of presentation of the reality. And here, the topic from Avartaha 1 to 11 is Vastu Nirdesha Rupa Mangala Charanam. And the Tippanikara here says, what is Mangala Charanam? Vigna Dvansanukula Vyapara Visheshaha. A particular activity which gives rise to the Dvamsa, to the destruction of obstacles. And what is Vastu Nirdesha Rupa? Nirguna Brahmatmava Bodhanam. Means revealing the Nirguna Brahma, which is the self. And this Mangala Charanam, even though it is Vastu Nirdesha Rupa Mangala Charanam, but how is the Vastu Nirdesha done? That is told Jiva Brahma Eikya Rupa Mangalam. Means the Mangalam also is another word for Mangala Charanam. The Mangala Charanam in the form of Jiva Brahma Aikya. And how is it Vastu Nirdesha? When Jiva Brahma Aikyam is presented, then finally what is told? Akhanda Vastu. Thus it becomes Vastu Nirdesham Rupa Mangala Charanam.
Here, Jiva Brahma Aikya Rupa means Jiva Brahma Aikya Nirdesha. Because Aikya itself cannot be Mangala. It is Mangala. So that contextually, it is Nirdesha Rupa. Jiva Brahma Aikya Nirdesha is same as Vastu Nirdesha.
And this is done in the first two slokas of this text.
Okay, there are only these two slokas. After close form, I forgot to mention. The entire text is in close form. Except these two slokas.
So it is said. Here the main sentence in this first two slokas is Tad Brahma Eva Aham Iti me Nischita Matihi. That Brahma alone I am. In this manner is my well ascertained understanding. And now the other words are describing that Brahma. First is Sukham, Parama Premaspadi Bhuta Niratishaya Anandaha. The limitless limitless happiness, which is the basis for Paramas Prema or the highest love. How is it? anything that we love is the basis for my happiness, and I love myself.
Any basis for that? The basis for my love.
Yes. Yes.
Means the object of my love is something which is happiness. As per the here in the sense of Vichara.
Yes. So anything which I love is the cause for happiness for me, and I love myself the most. Therefore, I am the cause of extreme happiness, means unsurpassable happiness. Then Nityam, Vikala Badhyam, Kutastha Satyam. The Kutastha Satyam, unchangeable existence, reality, which is unnegatable in all three periods of time. Swaprakasham, Ananyadhina Prakasha Rupam, Chinmayam iti yavat. Prakasha Rupam, that which is having the nature of shining, and that shining is not dependent on anything else. And finally, it means Chinmayam, means pure consciousness. Thus, by the first three words in this shloka, the Ananda Swarupa, Sat Swarupa, and Chit Swarupa of Atma is presented. Then Vyapakam, Deshakala Vastu Paricheda Shunyam Anantam Niratishaya Mahat. That which is free from three types of limitations, place-wise, time-wise, and object-wise. Anantam is limitless, means Niratishaya Mahat, uh, unsurpassably big. And then Nama Rupayoho Adhishthanam, the truth of all names and forms. In Tippanikara says, and in the Tippani it is said, Vivarto Padana Karanam, apparent material cause, unchanging material cause.
This grantha is in the prose form, except the first two shlokas, which are in the form of Mangalacharan, and last few shlokas, which are in the form of Grantha Samaptau Mangalacharan. They are also Mangalacharan. First is the prayerful Mangalacharan generally, and last is the Thanksgiving Mangalacharan. So they are in the shloka form, verse form, and the rest of the text is in the prose form. So yesterday we were seeing Sukham, Nityam, Swaprakasham, etc. So here the Anvaya would be Yat Sukham, Nityam, Swaprakasham, Vyapakam, Namarupayoho Adhishthanam, Buddhya Bodhyam, Buddhe Drik, Nirmalam, Aparam, Sarva Vedanta Vedyam, Tat Pratyak Param Mahaha, which is otherwise for Brahma, Eva Aham. Tad Brahma Mattaha Anyat Na Iti Me Nishchita Matihi Bhakti. And Sukham was said Parama Premaspadi Bhuta Niratishayananda. So Niratishayananda, which is the Vishaya, the basis also we can say Vishaya for the highest love for Atma. Parama Prema is there for the Atma. Why? Because Ananda Atma is Niratisha Swarupa. And thus Atma becomes dearest because of what? Atma being Niratisha. That is how Niratisha Ananda Swarupa was established in the Panchadashi and also suggested in Brihadaranyaka. Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Prem Bhavati. So that idea is conveyed here. That what is Ananda? Ananda is that which is the basis for the highest love one has for oneself. That because of which Niratishi Ananda is that because of which one has got Parama Prema for Atma. Is it clear? So the basis for Parama Prema for Atma is Niratishi Ananda. We have to bring Atma. So Parama Premaspadi Bhuta Niratishi Ananda. And what is the significance of the word Parama? Because we have got two types of love. One is Sopadhika, other is Nirupadhika. Sopadhika means conditional love. Like I love this banana, I love music, etc. That is called Sopadhika. Sopadhika why? Because as long as there is some joy, some utility, some anukulata, this favorability, so long the love will be there. A person loves his spouse or she loves his spouse or he loves his spouse or she loves her spouse. That is there as long as they are convenient to each other, comfortable to, favorable to each other. Otherwise, Puja Swami used to say, first they will say, I love you, then say, I love you. I love you to go. Puja Swami also is a Dunya Bada Vistar. That expression Puja Swami got it from Rishikesh. In Rishikesh, we have our ashram is there. And the ashram text is that one Swamiji was there, ashram. That now it's called Tripartiji ashram. Partiji ashram, not Tripartiji. Partiji ashram. So there one Swamiji was there, and he was the main one in that area. His permission alone people can stay. And if somebody is not following the discipline, they will say, Maharaj ji, आप अपना आसन उठाइए, दुनिया बड़ा विस्तार है. Means the world is very big. Means what? You can go anywhere else. दुनिया बड़ा विस्तार है. So I love and I love. And therefore that love is called conditional. Whereas I love myself unconditionally. Atmartham prema na anyartham. I love something for something else. I love my brother's teacher because I love my brother. I love my brother and this brother is favored by the teacher, giving some extra mark. So I love that teacher. So my love for the teacher is for the sake of my brother. And I love my brother because he is making me feel lovable. And therefore I love my brother. But if my connection is not there with the brother, then the teacher I don't love. So it is conditional. And this we need to know. Everything is the object of conditional love alone. That is what Yajnavalkya Rishi Maharshi says in Brihadaranyaka, Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhakti. It's a fact, even though it is a bitter fact, but it is a fact. And it is better we accept it sooner than later. Some people don't like this statement, one person I remember, she used to resist. No, it is not like this. That is what it is. And so all other love is conditional, whereas Atma, love for Atma is Param. And why Atma is Parama Prema, Vishaya Parama Premaspada? Because it is Ananda Swarupa. So Ananda Swarupa of Atma, because of which Atma becomes Parama Premaspada. That is the description of Atma. So Ananda, Niratishayananda is that, because of which this Atma becomes Parama Premaspada. Then Nityam Swaprakasham Vyapakam Namarupayo Adhishtanam Buddhya Bodhyam means Abodhyam. Buddhehe Abodhyam or Buddhya Abodhyam is Buddhya Bodhyam. Bodhyam means knowable. Abodhyam is non-knowable. Buddhi. Buddhi means intellect, not knowable by the intellect, not illumined by Buddhi. Why is it so? Because one thing is that Buddhi by itself is Jadam. So how Jada Buddhi can illumine this Brahman? So Buddhehe Jadatvat na Buddhya Brahmanah Prakashyatvam Sambhavati. So Buddhi Bodhyatvam is Buddhi Bodhyatvam Buddhya Prakashyatvam. Since Buddhi itself is Jada, it cannot illumine one reason. Second is that Brahman doesn't need to be illuminated. Brahman doesn't need to be made evident. Buddhi cannot and Brahman doesn't need it. It is like child cannot carry his father. So because he is a child, maybe his father is 100 kg, he is also 5 kg, so he cannot carry. And father doesn't need to be carried, both ways. Therefore, we generally don't see that scene that one baby is holding his father. We not generally, never see. Only in picture is possible. Photoshop we can do it, but that is not possible. And therefore, Buddhi Abodhyam. Because Brahman is Prakasha already told, therefore it need not be illumined. And Buddhi cannot illumine. The Tikakara will explain 3 different ways this idea. Buddhi Bodhyam. And why another, he himself tells that Buddhi Abodhyam. It is not knowable by Buddhi. Too. Kintu, but Buddhehe Drik. It is the Sakshi of the Buddhi. That itself becomes the reason. That why Buddhi Bodhya. Since Brahman is the very Sakshi, illuminator of Buddhi, therefore, how illumined Buddhi can illumine the illuminator Brahma? Buddhehe Drik, Buddhehe Sakshi. Brahman is the illuminator of Buddhi. So that how illuminator Brahman can be illumined by the Buddhi which itself is illumined by Brahman. Brahmana prakashita buddhihi katham prakashakam brahma prakashayitum arhati. Na kathachiti. With clear? Therefore, buddhehe drik is also suggesting why buddhya bodhyam. And also the contrast. It is not knowable by buddhi, but it is the knower, illuminator of buddhi. And nirmalam. It is free from all impurities. Avidya tat karya rupa ashuddhi rahitam. It is free from all the impurities of avidya and its karya, adhyasa, raga, dvesha, etc. Therefore, nirmalam and aparam, free from any boundary, boundless. then Sarva Vedanta Vedyam. The question may come that if it is Buddhya Bodhyam, then how Vedanta is useful? If Brahman cannot be known by Buddhi, then how can you say that Vedanta is a Pramanam, etc.? So Vedanta will become useless. Therefore, it is said, no, Sarva Vedanta Vedyam. It is revealed by all Upanishads. But just now we say Buddhya Bodhyam. When we say Sarva Vedanta Vedyam, Katham? By all Vedanta Vakyas, Brahman is Lakshyate through, is indicated through the negation of Anatma, of Brahma. So Brahman is not really illumined by Vedanta. Brahman is indicated by this Vedanta. How? By the negation of all that is not Brahman, all that is Anatma, all that is superimposed upon Brahman. By Kalpita Nisheda Adhisthana Bhuta Brahma, which is Swayam Prakasha, is as though revealed. Sarva Nishedhavaditvena Brahma Swayam Prakashate. When Vedanta negates all Anatma, then Brahman remains as self-evident self, free from all limitations. So what does Vedanta do? Vedanta is negating all misconception about Brahma, and when all misconception, all superimpositions are removed, then as the avadhi, as the limit of all negation, means beyond which negation is not possible, it's called nishedavadhi. When Vedanta negates all superimpositions, misconceptions, then Brahman Swayam Prakashati, Atmatvena Swayam Prakashati, as the Nishedhavadhi, as the very limit of negation. It is called Madhavaditvena Prakashati. When everything is negated, then what remains is Swayam Prakash Atma, which cannot be negated. And that is understood as Brahma by Lakshana. So, Vedanta, Sarva Vedanta is also not revealing Brahman as some new object. Vedanta is revealing Brahman as the avadhi of negation, which is Swayam Prakash. And therefore Sarva Vedanta Vedanta. So it is Buddhya Bodhyam, at the same time Vedanta is not useless. That idea is conveyed by these two expressions, Buddhya Bodhyam, Sarva Vedanta Vedanta. And it is Pratyak. The word Pratyak is explained in two ways. One is, Pratyak means Panchakoshantargatam, that which is obtaining inside all five koshas. That which is obtaining at the innermost of, interiormost of all five koshas, or Shariratrayam. That is called Pratyak. So Pratyak means Antaratamam, the innermost. Innermost compared to what? Five koshas. And by innermost, what we mean is, in your cognitive journey of discovery of the self as Brahman, you keep on negating. Adnamaya you negate by saying Anyantaratma Pranamaya. Pranamaya you negate by saying Anyantaratma Manomaya. Then Manomaya you negate by saying Anyantaratma Vijnanamaya. And this Vijnanamaya you negate by saying Anyantra Atma Anandamaya. And Anandamaya is negated by saying Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. And afterwards, once this Brahman is revealed as the Pratishtha of Anandamaya, which includes all other koshas, then further inquiry is not there. And therefore, Brahman is called Pratyak or Atma is called Pratyak. It is Antaratama means it is Sukshma, it is subtle, and it is the destination of the inquiry about the self or about Brahman. Therefore, Pratyak. So, Pratyak we translate as innermost. But this particular explanation can create confusion. Even though we say all this, but since we imagine what Brahman to be innermost, somewhere very, very much what is called inside everything it is hidden. So we will think Brahman is very tiny thing, less than even subatomic particle, quarks. And therefore we give another interpretation, which we have seen in Brahma Vidashimad Paddhati. Prati Pratilomyena Anchati Prakashate iti Pratyak. Atma or Brahman is that which Anchati is equal to Prakashate, shines, is evident. How? Prati. Prati is equal to Pratilomyena. In opposite manner. Opposite to what? Opposite to Ahankaradi. Ahankara, Buddhi, Manaha, Indriyani, Deha. And this Ahankaradi, Anatma are what? They are Asat, Jada and Dukkha Rupa. Whereas this Atma or Brahman is shining as what? Sat, Chit, Ananda. Becomes evident as Satchid Ananda on inquiry. And also we can show so many contradictions between this Ahankara, the Anatma and Atma. One is that Ahankara, the Anatma is Savikara, whereas this Atma is Nirvikara. Ahankaradi are Karya Karana Bhuta, whereas this Pratyagatma, Atma is Karya Karana Vilakshana. And thus, Atma is shining in the manner opposite to Anatma, Prati. Therefore, it is called Pratya. Since it is shining in the manner opposite to the manner of Anatma, Atma is called Pratyak. And that Pratyak, innermost, is the nature of Brahman, Param Maha, and it is Param Maha. Param means the most, Maha means great, exalted. So Param Maha means that highly great. And this Maha can be translated as Mahat, big, Brihat, which is another word for Brahman. So we can take Mahat, this Maha word itself as Brahman, Param Brahma. So Tat Pratyak Param Brahma Tadeva Aham. Yat Sukham Nityam, etc. Tat Pratyak Param Maha Brahma Eva Aham. So we do Anvaya. Tat Pratyak Param Maha Eva Aham. That innermost Brahma, Param Brahma, alone I am. And Tadeva Aham is that Brahman alone I am. Na Mattaha Anyat. Not different from me. iti. In this manner, me nishchita matihi. My firm conviction is that. And thus, vastu nirdesha rupa mangalacharanam is. Because vastu is the most mangala. Brahman is the most mangala. Why? Because knowing Brahman removes all amangala. Samsara rupa maha amangalam nivartayati. Brahma swagdanena amangala bhuta samsara bandhanam nivartayati. Atah brahmanaha parama mangalatvam. Ati kalyana rupatvat nitya kalyana samshayat smartrunam bharadatvacha brahmatan mangalam viduhu. Have you heard this? Where you heard? Heard? Sounds known? Familiar? We used to chant in Brahma Sutra prayer.
Yes.
It's okay because so many prayers we have done. Alright. So therefore, remembering Brahma is Mangalachara. This is a very important thing for a sadhaka to remember. When he is doing Brahma Chintanam and is exempted from the duty, he did not have guilt that I am not doing this prayer, I am not going to yatra, I am not doing this japa, etc. Did not have. But out of escapism, it should not be that. Out of my maturity, I have outgrown, and therefore I am doing Brahma Chintanam, then I did not have any guilt because Brahma Chintanam is Paramamangala. All other things will do Mangalam. Puja, Japa, Homa, etc. They will do Mangalam. Tirthayatra. This is Paramamangala. But we make sure it is not an escape route. Like somebody when work is there, okay, I will do Brahma Chintanam. Why didn't you come for the duty? I was doing so much meditation now. That is okay. So you should declare yourself that you are not available. But it is the most Mangala. Therefore, if somebody cannot do Tirtha Yatra, this means going to the pilgrimage, one did not have any guilt about it. People will say in North India, अच्छा चारधाम हो गया आपका? चारधाम, आप you know what is चारधाम? Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri. These are called चारधाम. Chardham in the north. Other the whole India Chardham is different. One is Badrinath, this Rameshwaram, then here this Dwarka, and there Jagannath Puri. These are called Chardham. The whole India level Chardham is there. In North India Chardham is there. So people say, "Acha, आपका नहीं हुआ." So they will make you feel badly. "Acha, आप गए नहीं." Really, I have not gone. Puja Swamiji also he said he did not go to Yamunotri. I also have not gone. It didn't happen. So उसमें वो अच्छा मेरा तो रह गया. ठीक है, next jannah. That type of idea should not come. I need not come. You don't say should not come. But it comes, you can neutralize, laugh at it. When you are doing this Brahma Chintanam with necessary qualifications, then all the sadhanas have paid off. So we need not have any such feeling, oh, I did not do this, I did not do this. People will say all this. But they have done. See, generally this type of statement will be only by that person who have gone. One who has not gone will not ask. आप गए नहीं क्या? He will not ask. Because he also has not gone. But those who has gone, he wants to feel little superior. Like Swami Paramanandi nicely said. He said, see, he will be conducting so many classes in a week. So, you will be attending 3 classes and 3 classes you may not be attending. So the classes which you are not attending and attended by somebody else, he will say, oh, that is the best class. You so don't feel happy about what you are attending. You feel unhappy about what you are not attending. that type of thing. And people are very good because they want to make other person feel. Somehow they get some vicarious pleasure. So we did not have. It is a paramount. Nothing can be more mangalam than this Brahmacharya. Even though we hear so many other things, that is most mangalam because it makes me free from all amangalam. Therefore, the Vastu Nirdesha is Mangalacharana. We need to clear. Vastu Nirdeshasya Katham Mangalacharanatvam Etadrisha Yathokta. Now we have seen the meaning. Now Tikakara is showing. We will say a little more. Asya artha tu tadeva aham iti uktya महावाक्यार्थ प्रत्यग भिन्न परमात्मा एव स्वस्वरूपम इति अस्य अस्य मीन्स वस्तु निर्देश रूप मंगलाचरणस्य और जीव ब्रह्मैक्य निर्देश रूप मंगलाचरणस्य श्लोकद्वयस्य अर्थः meaning too. However, the meaning is this as follows. Tad eva aham or asya artha tu nirdishyate. We can complete the sentence. The meaning of this shlokadvaya is presented. And what is that? Tad eva aham. That alone I am. That Brahman alone I am. Iti uktya. By such statement. महावाक्यार्थ प्रत्यग भिन्न परमात्मा एव स्वस्वरूपम इति अस्य अर्थः. महावाक्यार्थ, the meaning of the great sentence like Tattvamasi. What is that? Pratyega भिन्न paramatma. Paramatma, the limitless self, which is non-separate from the inner self. Means Jiva Brahma Ekya Swarupa Tattvam. Mahavakyartha Pratyega Bhinna Paramatma eva, limitless self alone, which is non-separate from the inner self, which is the meaning of Mahavakya. So what is the Mahavakyartha? Pratyega Abhinna eva Paramatma. That is the Mahavakya. Paramatma is non-separate from Pratyegatma. And that Paramatma, who is non-separate from Pratyegatma, he alone is Swaswarupam. That alone is my nature. Iti asya artha. So Tadevaham, by that particular sentence, this idea is conveyed that Mahavakyartha Pratyavinna Paramatma eva Swaswarupam iti. That is the main meaning or the purport of this Mangaladvaya. Alright. Now, तद्विशेषणानि निरूप्यन्ते तत्प्रत्यक् परं महः ब्रह्म कथं भूतं सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकम् नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं च भवति तद्विशेषणानि. तद्विशेषाणि means प्रत्यगभिन्न परमात्मनः विशेषणानि. See, Paramatma who is non-separate from Pratyagatma and which is one soul true nature of that Paramatma, Visheshanani, the features, Nirupyante, Lakshana Bhuta Visheshanani, Nirupyante, are presented, described. What is that? Tat Pratyak Param Mahaha. Brahma. That Brahman is Pratyak, innermost, Param, highest, Mahaha means Vyapakam or exalted. So that Pratyak Param Mahaha Aham, that is the meaning. So first Visheshana. Tad refers tad by the word tad, Pratyak Param Mahaha is suggested. That is conveyed by this sentence. Then afterwards, Katham Bhut, afterwards there should be full stop. Tat Pratyak Param Mahaha Brahma. And then next, Katham Bhutam. Katham and Bhutam should be one. Katham Bhutam. Of which nature? Katham Bhutam. Of which nature it is? The answer is given. Sukham, Nityam, Swaprakasham, Vyapakam, Namarupayoho, Adhishthanam cha bhavati. That Pratyak Param Mahaha is of the nature of happiness or fullness, Nityam, timeless, Swaprakasham, self-effulgent, Vyapakam, pervasive, and Adhishthanam, the basis for Nama and Rupa. This is how the Visheshanas are. Further, Punascha tad Brahma katham bhutam
Punascha tad Brahma katham bhutam
Buddhya bodhyam
buddhyabodhyam
Buddhehe drukcha bhavati.
buddhehe druscha bhavati.
Punah, again, tad Brahma katham bhutam. How is that Brahman? Of what nature it is? Then answer is given. They seem to be making katham and bhutam separately. So if they separate, we have to say bhutam means of the nature in the form of katham bhutam. Bhutam means existent. Of in which manner it is existent. That is how we have to somehow manage katham bhutam. So the meaning is what? How is that Brahman? Of what nature that Brahman is? The answer is given, Buddhya Bodhyam. That which is not knowable by Buddhi, but Buddhehe Drikcha Bhavati, but which is the witness of Buddhi. Bhavati means he is. Now he wants to explain this particular term. So other things he did not explain, but this he is explaining. Asya Artha. Asya means Asya Shlokamshasya Artha. The meaning of this part of the shloka. We cannot say Asya Padasya. Asya Vakyamshasya or Shlokamshasya Artha. The meaning of this part of the shloka. He conveys. Buddhya Bodhyam. We have not read. Asya Artha. Buddhya Bodhyam. Nahi Buddhi Brahma Vijanati. Prakashayati. Daiva Vachana Manasa. Praptum Shakyo na Chakshusha. Yato Vacho Nivartante. Aprapya Manasa Saha. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति इत्यादि श्रुतिभ्यः says naiva vacha asya artha buddhya bodhyam. As I said, vigraha will be buddhehe abodhyam or buddhya abodhyam, that which is not knowable by buddhi or buddhi. Idea conveyed is nahi buddhihi brahma vijanati. He indeed buddhi brahma na vijanati. Buddhi does not know Brahman. Na vijanati means what? Na prakashayati. Buddhi does not illumine Brahma. Why is it so? For that Shruti Vakyas are made. Naiva vacha na manasa praptum shakyo na chakshusha. This Brahmatma is vacha praptum na shakya. It is not possible to attain, accomplish, grasp through words. Indeed, eva. And vacha refers to here Shabda Praman. By any words, this Brahman cannot be grasped as an object. Na manasa, not through the mind. Na chakshusha, not through the eyes. And by vacha, Shabda Pramanam, and also all karmendriyas. Manasa, entire antakarana, mana buddhi chitta ahankara. And chakshusha, dhanendriyehi. So by karmendriya, by dhanendriya, or even antakarana, this Brahman cannot be attained. Means it is not available for objectification by karmendriya, dhanendriya, or even antakarana. Then second vakya for what? Buddhihi brahma na vijanati na prakasha. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. Vacha, means vak, went to have an access to Brahman. Because through words we can describe so many things. So vak was very arrogant and said, I will grasp this Brahman. Went. And he went there, but could not grasp Brahman. So what? Nivartante. Return. Like you go to a place and you don't get what you wanted. So what? Return. And has successfully returned? No, aprapya. Without having an access to Brahman, vachaha, this organ of speech representing vakya, shabda, nivartante. Vacha is plural. The shabda, they come back. Means words do not have access to Brahman. And manasa saha. वो अपने बच्चे को भी लेगी, अपने छोटे भाई को लेगी. So manasa saha, along with the mind, vak went and returned. Then without access, both of them they return. Means it is not available for vak, not available for mana. And this idea is also given in Katha and Mundaka. Na tatra suryo bhati. Tatra means brahmani. With regard to Brahmatma, Suryaha, the sun does not shine. Means what? The sun does not illumine that Brahman. Ityadi Shrutibhyaha. So with all this Shruti, what type of Shruti? Sarvakarana Vishayatva Pratipadikebhyaha. Pratipadikabhyaha. Shrutibhyaha. So all the Shruti which are revealing the idea that Brahman cannot be objectified by any karma. Because of the Shruti, what do we understand? Because we can say or from all the Shruti, what do we understand? Buddhya bodhyam. Buddhihi brahma na vijanati na prakashe. Then, what is the status of Brahman? It cannot be objectified by buddhi. Then what it is? Kintu, okay, this we have learned. Kintu buddhehe drik.
Kintu buddhehe drik.
Sarva sakshi brahma eva.
Sarvasakshi Brahma eva
Buddhim prakashayati.
Buddhim prakashayati.
So there is no question of buddhi illumining Brahman. It is opposite. Brahman is illumining buddhi. Like, in one place, one person says, you can study from me. I should have studied. You study from me. So अभी गुरु शिष्य निर्णय भी नहीं होता. we think that I will illumine Brahman. Says after better, I will illumine. So, kintu, but buddhehe drik. Drik means sarva sakshi. So here sakshi is more important, but he includes all. Brahma eva. So it's okay. What he wants to say that sarva sakshi Brahma eva buddhim. Buddhehe drik. Idea is this. Brahman which is sarva sakshi, that alone buddhim prakashayati. That is the meaning of buddhehe drik. Sarva sakshi Brahma, the Brahman which is the witness of all, that alone buddhim prakashayati is illumining buddhi. Everything is illumined by Brahman, so buddhi also is illumined by Brahman. And that also becomes the reason that buddhi itself is illumined by Brahman. Then where is the question of this buddhi illumining Brahman? It is like a buddhi, a person is giving the loan. He is giving the loan to you. And you said, मैं तो जरूरत तो बोल रहे हैं. Even whatever you help you give, it is from my money only. Therefore, buddhehe drik means sarva sakshi brahmaiva buddhim prakashayati. Not that Brahma is illumined by buddhi, buddhi is illumined by Brahma. And for that, what are the Shruti Pramanas are given? Yanmanasa namanute yenahurmano matam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati ityadi shrutibhyah yat brahma manasana manute. Manute means what? Similar question I had asked.
Yes.
Not known. By the mind, Brahma is not thought or not.
That is what you had told last time also. You remember this question I had asked?
Which is not by the mind.
By the mind, which Brahma is present in
Yes, active.
active.
It is active. That's why it.
With same, it is scratching the head over there. Kartrupadam kim?
Brahma. Yet.
Who is in Tritya Vibhakti Manasa? Oh, a person does not think about Brahma through the mind.
Loka. थोड़ा लाइट आ गया. कभी कभी होता है ना, वो जनरेटर आने में टाइम लगता है. EB to generator, some time is there, no? कोई बात आ गया तो वो हिंदी में डायलॉग है ना कि दिन का भटका हुआ अगर रात को आ जाता है तो उसको भटका हुआ नहीं कहते. Have you heard this? It's a very beautiful dialogue. It says a person who is lost throughout the day, but he comes back home at night, then we don't say he's lost. दिन का भटका हुआ अगर रात को वापस आ जाता है तो उसको भटका हुआ नहीं कहते. So you struggle for a few minutes, but finally answer will be so good. So now you write somewhere lokaha. Lokaha namanute. Loka is a kartrupada. A person, any person does not conceive which Brahman through the mind. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. That is the Anvaya. A person does not conceive which Brahman through the mind. In fact, yena, with the help of which, by which, manaha matam, Mind is, matam is vishaykritam, vyaptam. Brahman is that by mind is, they declare the mind to be objectified by which Brahman. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. That alone is Brahman. Okay. Yena Brahmana Manaha Matam Ahuhu. That by which, that Brahman by which learned people declare mind to be objectified, illumined. Okay, this is, let us not get lost in the grammar part of it. What it means, the mind does not conceive Brahma through the mind. Brahman is not conceived. In fact, the mind itself is illumined, Vishaykritam, by Brahma. So here, out of these two, what is more highlighted? That is more. The Yan Manasana Manute should be in the previous one, Buddhya Bodhya. Here, Yenahur Manomata. Then, Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. Tasya refers to Brahmana, Atmana. By the light of Bhasa, which Vibhakti? 3.1. By the light of a Brahman, Sarvamidam Vibhati. All this shines. All this Suryadi, Suryadikam Vibhati or Suryadihi Vibhati shines because of the light of consciousness, light of Brahman. By the light of Brahman alone, this everything shines. Everything is illumined. That is Brahman. By this, what is such Ityadi Shrutibhya? From all these Shrutis, what do we understand? That Brahman alone is illumining all. Nothing can illumine Brahman. So this is one. Why Buddhya Bodhyam and Buddha Drip? For that one explanation was given. Now second explanation is given. For the Buddhya Bodhyam, Buddha Drip. That we will see in the class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamada Purnamudachyate Purnasya